Alicia. I'm from Group 1 and today I'm gonna do a presentation and the material is about strategic management. And I'm the first speaker and I'm going to explain the importance of strategic management. But first of all, we have to know what is strategic management, right? So strategic management is the process that include policy setting, process and goals in order to increase or improve the company's or organization's competitiveness. Strategic management often focus on efficiently allocating personnel and resources to accomplish this objective. It also frequently includes the strategy assessment, inter-organizational analysis, and company-wide strategy implementation. And then we move to strategy and business model. But first, what is strategies? Well, strategies is the decision and action that affect how an organization perform over the long term. A strategy also set of coordinate action that are taken to achieve certain goals. And then what is business model? Well, business model is a strategic design for how a company intends to profit from its strategies, work process, and activities. The strategy a firm used to turn a profit is referred to as its business model. Both new and established firms need a strong business model. And now, why strategic management is important? It's because the goal of strategic management is to assist a firm in finding methods to increase its level of competitiveness. The most crucial part of planning itself is putting strategic management plans into an action. Strategic management is crucial in business because it enables an organization to identify opportunities for operational development. They frequently have two options. Either they can use an analytical method to use prospective risk and possibility, or they can just adhere to broad rules. And an organization can optimize to use a prescription or description approach to strategic management depending on the nature of the business.
There are 6 steps in the strategic management process. The first step is identifying the organization's missions, objectives, and strategies. This initial step involves articulating the organization's mission, which explains why the organization exists and what it aims to accomplish in the long run. Goals are the specific results the organization plans to achieve, and they should be aligned with the mission. Strategy is the master plan that is going to explain how the organization will achieve its missions and goals, which requires managers to take necessary actions in order to achieve it. The second step is analyzing the external environment. The external environment here refers to all the forces and institutions outside the organization that might affect the organization of performance. Analyzing the external environment requires managers to identify opportunities and threats in the business environment, which is why external environments have 2 main components, which is the task environment and the general environment. The third step is analyzing the internal environment. All the forces and conditions within the organization that might affect the business operation is considered as the internal environment. Internally, it means managers need to analyze the organization's strengths and weaknesses, such as resources, organizational structure, and organizational culture. The fourth step is formulating strategies. To formulate strategies, managers use insights gained from environmental scanning. This requires managers to make strategic choices and decisions regarding the allocation of resource and defining the specific actions needed that can give their organization the most favorable competitive advantages. The fifth step is implementing strategies. Once a strategy is formulated, of course, it must be implemented. Implementations involves translating the strategic plan into concrete initiatives, projects and tasks, which requires an organizational structure matches to its requirements. It is a critical step to ensure that the strategy is executed effectively and efficiently. And the last step is evaluating results. How effective have it been? What adjustments, if any, are necessary? Such adjustments improve the company's competitiveness by regularly reviewing our strategy and its results, allowing us to identify any problems and if it needs any necessary changes. Continuous assessment and control are essential so that actual performance can be compared to the desired performance.
Today I want to explain about internal analysis and external analysis. Internal analysis is a process in which all interacting components within an organization are evaluated to identify failures and areas of opportunity. The main objective of this type of analysis is to find out the strength and weakness of the organization. Why is internal analysis important? Internal analysis can help business strengthen their core activities. It helps company executive in identifying method to improve their operation. Identifying opportunities is one of the most important reasons to conduct internal analysis. Okay, now external analysis. External analysis is carried out to identify factors outside the company environment that influence the continuity of the company business. There are two analytical methods used, namely PES analysis, political, economic, social, and technological, and Porter competitive analysis.
Opportunities and traits. Strength is a positive component that provides advantage to an organization that makes it stronger. Weakness is the opposite of strength, which is a negative component due to deficiencies. Opportunity is a good opportunity to gain more profits, which has a positive impact on the company. For trait is the opposite of opportunity, which is a situation that needs to avoid it because it will have a negative impact on the company. SWOT analysis is a method used by organizations to analyze, organize, and measure potential using four important components. Analyze SWOT needs to be done by analyze consideration of internal and external factors. Internal consideration will focus on identifying the components of strength and weakness, and for external will focus on opportunity and threats. For internal factor analysis, there are factors that will influence how an organization will achieve a result based on internal analysis. Several important factors that will influence by SWOT analysis are assessing the organization's resource, capabilities, and activities. For resource, there are factors that to be considered such as human resource, physical resource, and financial resource. For analysis of external factors, there are factors that will influence how an organization will achieve a result based on external analysis. Several important factors that will influence this SWOT analysis are assessing the environment such as economic trend, market shift, and regulations.
My name is Lena Simanulang and I will explain about three major types of corporate strategies. Corporate strategies is the overall plan of top management for the organization as a whole and for its strategic business units. Types of corporate strategies. 1. Growth strategies. A growth strategy is a plan or objective for the company to achieve significant growth across various areas. Stability strategy. Stability strategies involve companies staying within their current industry or market if they are already succeeding in their present circumstances. This approach preserves the company's triumph by continuing successful practice. Renewal strategy. When a company encounters adverse condition, a portion of the business strategic planning will encompass retrenchment or turnaround action. The retrenchment strategy aims to redirect the company towards business improvement. This could involve altering business models, or exploring new markets. Turnaround action is addressing critical long-term performance problems through the use of strong cost elimination measures and large-scale organizational restructuring solutions.
The role of competitive advantage in business level strategies. Competitive advantage plays a central role in business level strategies by helping organizations position themselves effectively in their respective markets. Here's a more detailed description of its role. The first one is market positioning. Competitive advantage guides a company's choice of how it will compete within its industry. It shapes decisions regarding pricing, product differentiation, target customers, and the overall positioning of the business. The second one is differentiation. A competitive advantage allows a company to distinguish its products or service from of those competitors. This differentiation can be based on quality, features, innovation, branding, or customer experience. It enables a company to command higher price and build customer loyalty. The third one is cost leadership. Achieving a competitive advantage through cost leadership means becoming the low-cost producer in the industry. This enables the company to offer the products.
Butterfly forces model. The first, threat of new entrants. When the company starts making profit, it will attract new entrants. If barriers to entry allow, new entrants can capture market share and threaten profitability easily. New entrants will bid on price and offer a valuable alternative to what your company provides. Conversely, if the barriers to entry are high, it will be more difficult for new entrants to threaten the profitability of your industry. The second, threat of substitute. Switching costs and brand loyalty are key factors influencing customer adoption of substitute product or services. Switching costs refer to the financial, time, and efforts costs that customer must bear to switch to a substitute product or service. The higher the switching cost, the lower the likelihood that customer will switch. Brand loyalty refers to the tendency of customer to remain loyal to brand they already know and use. The higher the brand loyalty, the lower the likelihood that a customer will adopt a substitute product or service.
And there is the Porter 3 generic competitive strategy and the rule of 3. And number 1, cost leadership. In the cost leadership, a company strives to be the low-cost producer in the industry. The sort of a cost advantage vary and depend on the structure of the industry. And number 2, differentiation. In a differentiation strategy, a company seeks to be unique its industry on some dimension that is widely valued by buyers. And the number 3 is a focus. A focused generic strategy is based on choosing a narrow competitive scope with an industry.
Before we get into why strategic flexibility is important, let me first tell you about what it is. So, strategic flexibility is the company's ability to adapt when big changes happen in its business environment. When things change, businesses tend to face risks and uncertainties, so they often adjust their strategies. Think of strategic flexibility as a secret weapon that helps companies thrive in a constantly changing world. It allows them to seize new opportunities, avoid problems, and stay ahead in a fast-paced business environment. Businesses must be ready to change their plans even though it might be very expensive sometimes. This adaptability is vital when the world around them changes in unpredictable ways, like shifts in consumer preference or changes in laws and technology. In today's fast and ever-changing world, being flexible is a key part of making businesses strategies successful.
Applying 3 Porter competitor strategy to business. Number 1, cost leader strategy. Cost leadership is a company aggressively reduce the cost, gains production experience, and applying tight cost control to become more efficient than competitor in producing product or service. The goal is to become the low-cost producer in the industry. Example of a company with the cost leadership include McDonald's and Amazon. And number 2, differentiation strategy. The goal is to be unique. Company may use creative advertising, different product feature, high quality, better performance, exceptional service, or new technology to create a product that is considered unique. Therefore, companies with a differentiation strategy rely heavily on a customer loyalty because of their uniqueness. Example of company with a differentiation product and service include Apple. And a focus strategy only for a narrow target market rather than offering them to the entire industry. The company first selects segment of or group of segment within an industry and the tailor its strategy to best serve those segments to the exclusion of other. As mentioned early, the focus strategy has the two variants, differentiation strategy and the cost focus. These two strategies different from differentiation and the cost leadership only in their competitive scope. Example of company with a differentiation focus strategy is Rolls-Royce.
The strategies organizations that might be used to become more customer-oriented and innovative. 1. Organizations can employ several strategies to become more customer-oriented and innovative. 2. Customer-centric culture. Foster a culture that prioritizes customer needs and encourage employees at all levels to focus on customer satisfaction. 3. Market research. Invest in regular market research to understand customer preference, pain points, and emerging trends. 4. Feedback mechanisms. Implement effective feedback channels like surveys that focus on groups and social media monitoring to gather customer insights. 5. Customer segmentation. Segment your customer base to better tailor products and service to different needs and preference. 6. Innovation teams. Create dedicated innovation teams or departments to brainstorm, test, and implement new ideas and technologies. 7. Collaboration. Encourage cross-functional collaboration to facilitate the exchange of ideas and knowledge within the organization. 8. Open innovation. Collaborate with external partners such as customers, suppliers, and startups to access new ideas and technologies.
Change in Hokben's strategy in the conditions of COVID-19 pandemic. The government has begun to implement the large-scale social restriction or PSBB policy to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Customers who previously bought food directly changed to ordering food via delivery service, which eventually became a new habit for people who were stuck at home. Hokben did not take the final step to save the company by laying off employees. Continue to innovate and make strategic change that made them survive. Hokben began to focus on selling its food by changing its strategy, by adapting to society's new habits and utilizing delivery services which are currently in high demand when activities are restricted. The birth of Hokben Kitchen was a solution to maintain the restaurant even though customers are not allowed to eat directly on the spot. Hokben Kitchen was created to serve delivery, takeaway, and online orders. With the large number of Hokben kitchens and wide location coverage, this restaurant continues to survive. With this strategy, the restaurant has been able to get through the COVID-19 pandemic and has survived until now. Not a single Hawk Band outlet has closed, and no one employee get laying off.